Yes. So I'm outside again. It is nice being outside, but I've come to the top of the fields instead this time, instead of the woods. So I went down to the woods, but that cheeky thing decided to run home instead. We don't live far from the woods, only through a little lane, and he just ran back to the house, thinking thinking my wife, his mum, whatever, was there, and maybe he just didn't like going to the woods again. I don't know. But he loves these fields. They're nice and open for him, and it's nice, you know. See, there he is. He looks further than he is, so he's okay. And his recorder's pretty good, but he won't go far from here now. Anyway, I'm digressing too much. Oh, it sounds like I'm out of breath, isn't it? Anyway, I've been thinking today what to talk about, and I didn't really know what to talk about, if I'm honest. But of course, today marks 6th day. So yesterday I actually completed my challenge, my self-set challenge of publishing 5 videos in 5 days. And I'm getting a bit comfier now with filming outside because I'm in a field now, the top of a field, but today you can see some houses. I doubt they'll see me anyway. There's a big house right behind me. But I don't think anyone sees me. And on these fields, I never ever walk past anyone. Oh, well, not ever, but I hardly ever walk past anyone, so I'm not that bothered about meeting someone. So today marks the 6th day. So what I'm going to set myself to do now is to go another 5 days. So I'll do 10 days and see how I go from there, because even in the last 5 days, I haven't expected the results that I've gotten. Basically, I was expecting to get to this day and still have 0 subscribers and 0 comments, 0 likes, but I wasn't going to let that put me off. But I'll tell you something, I can't stop looking at the analytics, which is really annoying, and I told myself I wasn't going to do that. But I find myself looking every few hours, and even changing the channel on my phone, on my YouTube app. I'm going back to my normal one, and then I'm finding myself going back to this one just to see what my analytics are like, which is really frustrating because I didn't want to be that person, and I find myself becoming that person. But anyway, I find these past few days now, I have discovered that the YouTube algorithm, I don't care about it. I'm not thinking about the YouTube algorithm, and I've never mentioned it once in this channel, in these videos, and I don't want to talk about it because this is not that kind of channel. But yeah, I found a few people to talk to, which is great. And I don't know why you're watching, but I'm just glad that the people have watched, and I've discovered people who like this kind of content. Maybe this is just chilled out because that's what I want, and I want people to enjoy the views of my walks. I won't always do walks. I'll still do videos at home and stuff, but yes, trying to stop saying no. So I'm always saying so yeah. I really have to cut that out of my vocabulary. But it's also, I'm trying to stop these pauses that I do. I'm trying to sound as natural as I can, but also I'm trying to stop these pauses. But when I don't know what to talk about, I find it difficult. And when I do find what I want to talk about, I find I talk about it for a few seconds and then I move on to something else. I think, oh, I've talked about it now, and I won't talk about it again and talk about something else, and something else that comes into my head, which I don't like doing. I just want to talk about one thing, you know, and I just want to talk about life, talk about things, talk about stuff, you know, and those clouds look really black. They're not as grey in real life. Wow, they look like proper storm clouds. Apparently it's going to rain tomorrow. I'll see it when I believe it. I hope it does, because we really need it. But yeah, the past 5 days, this is what I want to talk about. The past 5 days, he says in 6 minutes in, the past 5 days have been great. You know, they've really shaped how I film, how I talk, and my encouragement. I've never made it to 6 days in a row, you know, and I'm really pleased with myself, you know, and of course my wife now knows about it, so I told her when I got back from work not long ago that I'll take the dog out. And she was like, why do you want to take the dog out? Oh, I've got another video to make, you know, so, and I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that before. And I definitely wouldn't have done it whilst walking through these fields. And so that's gained my confidence. And so hopefully what I'll do is bring the tripod out with me. But then that means having to set a tripod up, and oh, that just gets all faffy then, doesn't it? Especially with a dog as demanding as a Springer Spaniel is. But anyway, I'm trying not to let these videos go on for too long. Maybe 8 to 10 minutes. That video I did, was it yesterday or the day before? The one on for nearly 30 minutes. I'm so sorry, I'll stop that. I'll stop that, I promise. And I'll promise that these videos will be a bit more concise and a bit more direct. That's what I want. That's what I want for these videos. And to talk about things that are more straightforward. You know, I don't want to talk about 5 random topics in one video. But guys, come on, give me some ideas in the comments. What do you want me to show you? What do you want me to talk about? I'm putting it to you again, guys. Anyway, I'm going to go now, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. But let me know what you want to talk about. Otherwise, I'll have to go into the YouTube studio and see what it recommends I talk about, because I'm just starting to run out of ideas. Well, not run out of ideas, but run out of things to not repeat. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.